Hey, this is Derek with EuroOptic, and today we are checking out the new Sako S20, which is available at EuroOptic.com. So this is Sako's answer to the demand for a dual-purpose rifle, and what I mean by that is a lot of people in the US right now want one rifle that's good for both target shooting and hunting. And usually that's pretty tough because both of those rifle styles have very different priorities, whereas the hunting rifle is usually very light, a target rifle is typically a bit heavier. I think that they hit the balance point on that very well with this rifle. Right now the rifle is set up in its hunter layout with the thumbhole stock and the low profile forend. The length of pull on the stock is 13.6 to 14.4 inches, and you can do that with spacers that are 0.2 inches each. The factory setting is going to be right around 14 inches. The current weight of this rifle without the optic or mount is 7.2 pounds. The barrel and receiver are going to be the same between the precision and hunter layouts. One more thing to mention on this thumbhole stock, it is set up for a right-handed shooter. I'm sure that they will do some left-handed versions at some point, but right now it's right-handed only. Moving forward to the trigger, we have a range of 2 to 4 pounds, and you can adjust the trigger forward and backward to get that proper placement on your finger. The Picatinny Rail is a part of the receiver. It's machined out of the same block. It is a 0-minute rail, and one thing to be careful of with this is because it's machined out of the receiver, it is quite low. So if you do choose Picatinny rings on this, you might want to bump up the height by about 1/8 of an inch taller than what you otherwise would have. So for example, when I had a 56mm scope on this, I had to use rings that were 1.125 inches tall to get the proper clearance. Most rifles 1 inch tall will do it on something like that. One more thing to pay attention to is the gap between the rail sections. Since it's not continuous on this part here, it is between 3.9 and 5.5 inches wide. A lot of scopes these days have very short tubes, so you want to be careful on that. Now, all the Sako S20s will feed from a detachable box magazine, which is a polymer magazine. The short action calibers like your 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, and some of your long action ones like your 30-06 and 270s will come with a 5-round magazine, and you can get a 10-rounder as well. The Magnum calibers like your 7 mag and 300 Win Mag will come with 3-round mags, and you can get the optional 7-round mag. Now, one of the real good things about these magazines is that they are not very expensive at all. The lower capacity magazines are $29 and the high capacity ones are $38, which is a welcome change for those that want to stock up on magazines, and I wouldn't blame you for that. On this particular one here, which is a 6.5 Creedmoor, I did measure the internal length of this, and it came out to a rather impressive 3.01 inches, which is a welcomed change for those who want to seat bullets out a bit farther, let's say. The barrel is your typical Sako cold hammer forged option in fluted guys. That's how we get them here in the States. The profile is a healthy mix of having a thick enough barrel for target shooting, but also to be thin enough to not weigh a ton when you take it out hunting. It is 0.74 inches at the muzzle in regards to that, and the muzzle is threaded with 5/8 by 24. So gone is that rather annoying M15 thread that some Sako rifles have. It does come with a thread protector as well. While this is still in its hunter format, I should point out that you do have 2 flush cups on the forend, one here and one on this side, and you have a sling stud for a sling or a Harris style bipod as well. So that's going to do it for the hunter variant. So we're going to break here and reconfigure this in the precision format and go over those details in a moment. Okay, so now we have it in the precision setup, and that comes down to the buttstock and the forend. It's still the same barreled action as before. On the buttstock here, we still have the quick adjust cheek rest. We still have the flush cups on the left and right. The buttstock, though, can be adjusted for length of pull to the same 13.3 to 14.4, but like the Sako TRG, it can be raised, lowered, and it can be tilted left and right to get that perfect fitment into your shoulder. The grip on it is ambidextrous, so lefties will be able to use this. It does have this little thumb shelf here as well, which actually feels quite nice when you're behind it. And should you be a left-handed shooter, you can get one that is for the other side of the rifle, though the rest of it's still going to be right-handed. Now the trigger and the barrel and all that, that's still the same, but the handguard, the forend, is a little bit beefed up as well. You still have flush cups left and right, but now you have a metal section here with mounts for M-LOK. You have 2 on this side, 2 on the other side, and 3 on the bottom for mounting things like bipods and rests and rails for things like lights if you're doing predator hunting, let's say. Right now we have this Leupold Mark V 3.6 to 18 by 44 mounted up. Now these rings are 1 inch tall. 44 mil objective isn't exactly huge, but this gap right here is pretty much perfect. So this gives you an idea of what height rings you might want to go with. This is what it looks like with 1 inch tall rings with a 44 mil objective. And don't forget, you need the at least 1.125 inch tall for a 56 mil objective. Now, should you go with the precision layout for this rifle, there are some accessories that I do recommend. The first one on the table right here is a barrier stop. It's not too far-fetched to use this rifle for some sort of PRS style shooting. And having something like that on your rifle, which mounts right here, would be a nice addition to have. There is the muzzle brake, of course, but if you don't fancy this one, there are many more out there besides. You can put a monopod on the bottom of the precision stock on the M-LOK sections there. And of course, it's always good to have a lot of rounds in your magazine so you can get this 10-round magazine. Now, I do like the modularity of this rifle, being able to change it from a precision target style rifle as you see here to a more hunting style is nice to have for the same rifle. Now, it took about 7 to 10 minutes to make the changeover pretty casually without rushing here. So I'd say the changeover for precision to hunting style, should you want to make it, would be more of a seasonal change. I'd have it in this current setting for the warm season when I'm out doing target shooting. Here in PA, I would switch it over to the hunting style in about mid to late October when hunting season is around the corner. I want to get the rifle all squared away for that, and then change it back into this for the next target season. So overall, this rifle checks all the right boxes. I mean, it has everything from great ergonomics to good customization capacity with the muzzle thread and the M-LOK and all that. We know it's going to shoot very, very well, as all Sakos do. And yeah, we're really excited for this. The price as of this filming is $15.98 for the hunter style and $16.98 for the precision layout. So that's going to do it today for the Sako S20. If you liked the video, please give it a like on YouTube. Also subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. And also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to join our mailing list at EuroOptic.com to be notified of promotions, sales, and in-stock items.